Hello, gorgeous. I'm back today with an urgent message from your guides. They have been trying to tell you this message for the longest time, but sometimes when our mind chatter is really loud and we've lost connection to the body's intelligence, we can't really hear the soft guidance and nudgings from above. So the message is, we don't work for you. We have been assigned to your soul. This is the message from your guides. Oftentimes what happens is we think that our guides, our angels, our spirit guides, our higher being is trying to keep us safe, that's their goal. But if you really think about it, zoom out for a minute. Whose job is it to keep you safe? That's the brain, right? That's the brain's job. Which means that is your ego mind tricking you into thinking that guides and angels are supposed to keep us safe. To your guides and to your angels, there's no such thing as being unsafe. There's no such thing as making a mistake. There's no such thing as something being bad. So I got this message on my YouTube video that I posted a couple of days ago about how to speak to God, and I'll go ahead and screenshot it here, but in a nutshell it said, I guess your guides forgot to tell you that using perfumes is bad, something like that. And let me address this, because a lot of us, when we're spiritually disconnected to our higher self from our GPS system, from our soul alignment, what happens is that we project onto everything our human ego qualities. So because we live in fear consciousness, and when we're really in our head, we're constantly worried about the death of the ego, right? So, cancer, falling down, all of this stuff, and the brain is trying to keep us safe. We think that must be the goal of our spirits and our guides. But here's the thing. Your guides are never going to be like, don't eat that, Mina, you're gonna get cancer and die. Why? Because death is not bad. Cancer is not bad to your guides. It's just an experience that you're going to have to evolve into your next level. So your guides haven't been assigned to your ego. They don't care about you falling down the stairs or dying of cancer. They care about your alignments, you remembering who you really are. And this is really an important point to remember, because oftentimes we think we're speaking to our guides or our higher self or angels, but it's really just our ego mind. So the message really is, let this sink in, that your guides don't care about your safety, because safety, or the lack thereof, is an illusion. It is an illusion of the ego mind, because the ego wants to keep you alive and safe. It wants to keep you small. So yes, I did consult my guides about buying the perfume, and it was bringing me joy in that moment, and joy and love is in my highest alignment. So they said, yes, go for it. They're not going to sit there and talk to me about all the bad things that can happen from using perfume. The goal isn't to avoid anything bad happening to you. The goal is for you to be aligned to your soul's mission here on this experience. That's it. That's it. It's as simple as that. So let me share a story with you guys. This happened to me earlier this year. I had spent a lot of money on hiring this business coach earlier this year to help me kind of realign myself business-wise and go to the next level. And I consulted my guides, and the answer was, yes, definitely hire this coach. I hired the coach, and it ended up being a really bad experience from the ego mind. The coach was just not aligned to where I was trying to go, and there was a little bit of bullying, and we were just not a good match. And so of course I wasted all that money, it may appear like, right? So I was having a conversation with a couple of my girlfriends, and one of my girlfriends says, well, didn't you ask your guides before making this transaction? And I said, yes, I did. So she was like, well, why would they tell you to do something bad or wrong? Because their job, their goal is to help me align with me, the true me, not the ego me, not the persona that I have created, but the true deep alignment. Through that experience of hiring that coach, I learned that I was still giving my power away to other people, right? Hiring a coach isn't bad as long as the coach is helping you align. So this wasn't a bad transaction, right? She helped me without realizing it, realign with the fact that I was exactly on the path that I needed to be on, and that I didn't need to do it another way to be successful, to do it some other person's way. So now tell me again, was this a bad transaction? No, it helped me align with my deepest truth. I needed to lose that money to realign with myself. So of course, when I asked my guides, is this good? Is this a yes? They said yes. They don't care about me losing money. The guides don't really know that concept of money the way that we do. Well, they do, but they're not concerned about you not having enough money. They know about abundance. They know that this is just an illusion of the third density. And so I want you to really know that the internal conversations that we are often having, we think that it's with our guides. It may just be your ego mind tricking you. So all that whole myth of angels protecting you, they protect you when you ask for their protection, but the way that they're perceiving protection may be different. So for example, if I say, angels, guides, please protect me from anything bad happening to me, okay, that's a human kind of conception of what's bad. If my guides, my angels, think that me getting cancer or falling down the stairs or going through the divorce or whatever the thing is going to align me, that's the mission of my existence here on this plane, to realign with my soul, to raise my frequency, to grow into God consciousness, to realign, right? That's not a bad experience from their point of view. Is this making sense to you? So you may be like, hey, how come you let me get the divorce? How come you let me fall down the stairs? How come you let me get cancer? Like, that was bad. To them, nothing is bad. It's all about you realigning with your highest truth. So they don't work for you, the persona, the ego, the mind. They work for you, the soul. Let that sink in for a second. Okay, so the goal of your guides and angels and higher beings is not to keep you safe. There is no such thing as being unsafe. It is all an illusion that we're having on this planet. So the second thing that your guides want to share with you is that spirituality is not based on facts. That, again, is a human concept. Spirituality is based on deep internal knowing. Your spirits, your guides, your angels do not have the same perception of time, of space, the same kind of moral values that you have. Those are all kind of earthly thought forms, right? They have a different zoomed out view. They can see your entire journey versus this one speck of time and this one moment. So the goal here is not to figure out the right answer, align with the right answer that everyone should be doing, and then go sit on a mountaintop in perfect spirituality. That is not the point. So I often get comments like, but you bought this and that doesn't align with this, or why did you do this and then you said this. I am not a prophet. I am a human being just like you, having my spiritual/human experience. Me sharing these videos are to show you my version of how I am finding my awakening and my life and my journey. There are days in my life where I will have ice cream and green smoothies in the same hour. Yep, I do it sometimes. All of that is okay. The goal is not to be consistently perfect all the time. The goal is not for you to follow my entire journey and do it the same way. Because here's the thing, if you look for holes in anyone's story, or their journey, you will find holes. If you look for holes in religion, there's plenty there. If you look for holes in spirituality, there's plenty there. Whatever you look for, whatever you focus on, you will find it. So the goal of my life is to be in alignment with my soul's purpose. The goal of your life is to be in alignment with your soul's purpose. You can see how I'm doing it and say, like that, don't like that, and pick the thing that you like and then use it as a template for inspiration to do your own thing. It's not to do it my way. That's my soul's alignment. So there is no debate in spirituality on what's the correct way. I don't debate anything. I don't debate whether our guides are called guides or spirit guides. I don't debate whether it's us from the future guiding us or some other higher being entities. Who the hell cares? Who cares? I don't care. All I know is that when I need deep support and guidance, they're always there, one call away. And when I ask for them for guidance, their goal isn't to keep me safe. Their goal is to help me align with my deepest truth. So that means, yes, sometimes they will guide me into making the wrong decision because, again, from their point of view, as long as it aligns me to my deepest truth, there is no such thing as wrong. There is no such thing as bad. To them, cancer is not bad, divorce isn't bad, money isn't bad. There's no such thing as you being a bad human being, a bad mom. None of that matters in the grand span and scheme of things that they can see. So technically, yes, someone could be the shittiest human being. They can murder someone, they can cheat, they can rob, and then have a spiritual awakening, realign with their truth, ask for forgiveness, and still end up back on their journey. That was part of their process. That's the part of their journey that they were supposed to have on this lifetime, and then they did the thing. They're not bad. They've lost their alignment, and hopefully they will find it. Maybe not in this lifetime, maybe in the next, maybe in a different dimension of time and space, but we will all find our alignment eventually and all merge back with God consciousness. That is the only point. So you are allowed to have fun. You are allowed to make mistakes. You are allowed to be bad. You are allowed to do everything that human beings do to find alignment. Okay? It is all part of the journey. There is no such thing as you screwing this up. You do not have to be perfect. This is why I can be a spiritual teacher and then still love handbags and shoes, because I'm still having a human experience. I can be a spiritually awakened person and love money, because nothing is bad. It's all just about finding that alignment to what your soul is here to do. You literally can't screw this up. I promise you, you can't screw this up. As long as you keep finding your alignment back to what is my soul's deep truth, what is the illusion, and keep waking up on that, I'm still on the journey just like you. I'm still here learning and evolving. Yes, I make mistakes all the time. And again, I'm going to say mistakes, because nothing is really a mistake as long as I'm realigning. We make mistakes, I believe, so that I can feel that really pain of discomfort and realign. When I'm in my bliss and joy, I'm highly aligned to my soul's purpose, to my truth. That's who I really am. All I am is divine light. I'm just love. I'm going back through all of these experiences, merging back with God consciousness. So nothing is a mistake, okay? It's all part of the journey. And your goal here is to every single day keep aligning in every moment to what feels like love to you and what feels like bliss. Everything is neutral that's happening beyond. This is why nothing anyone says phases me. It's all the ego's projection, right? This is why I don't get offended when people say things to me. I'm not judging anyone for being a serial killer, for doing that thing that we consider as a human species immoral. It is all neutral to me, right? This means I follow the laws of the land that I live on, right? So I live on planet Earth in the United States, in the state of Texas. So in the state of Texas, in the United States, on planet Earth, if someone does something that's considered illegal, I leave it to the justice system to find them justice. If there's injustice, that was part of the process and everything will align, okay? Eventually, we are all gonna merge back into God consciousness. It is not my job to call the justice system out, to do this, to do that, because that's not what brings me joy. That's not what lights me up. The people that are lit up by calling injustices out should be doing exactly that. Martin Luther King, Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, these people were lit up by what they did. Those are the people that should be doing that. My job is to find my alignment. It is not to defend my position. It's not to convert you. It's not to convince you. It's not to teach you how you're supposed to be doing it. I don't know how you're supposed to be doing it. Only you know. And your guides will guide you if you've forgotten. Ask for their assistance and they will guide you back into true alignment. That's all that matters. It's not about safety. It's not about eating the wrong foods. It's not about using perfumes. None of that. I went through this period when I was doing my whole minimalism journey where I stopped using perfume for a few years because it no longer felt good. Didn't feel good, stopped. Felt good again, started. There is no moral judgment there. There's no analyzing it from the brain. How does it feel to me? Because when you feel good, when you're in joy and bliss, you are highly aligned. When something starts feeling wonky or off, something's out of alignment. So I hope you're having a blissful day today, and I'll see you in the 3-day Money Mojo Challenge. If you haven't joined today, it's linked in the description box. I'll see you guys in my email list. Bye.